Namaste. It's Ali here, and let's just begin with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just finding a comfortable seat and letting yourself settle in for a few moments. In today's meditation, we'll be talking about and practicing Tonglen. So even as you're settling in here just to listen to this little overview, bringing a sense that you're listening not from a place of the cerebrum and the head, but sort of imagine yourself here dropping down and in towards the heart, in towards a space of the heart, so that you're starting to listen to these words somatically with the entire body. In today's meditation, we'll be doing a process that awakens compassion within ourselves and within the world through the practice of Tonglen. And so if you haven't heard of Tonglen before, it's a Buddhist practice, a beautiful practice, which I've learned from many of my teachers, including Pema Chodron and Tara Brach and my dear friend and teacher Tiffany Nicholson-Smith. And it's sometimes Tonglen is translated as giving and receiving. So it's a very powerful practice. It's a simple practice, but some people may find it a little bit radical or intense, because instead of solely focusing on love and compassion, which is often what's focused on in a meditation practice, we're actively inviting suffering and pain. So we begin to welcome the heart into the heart, this sense of darkness and suffering and the earthy stuff. And it's a key part of the practice to practice from the heart, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, because it's not the physical heart, the heart that beats, that's a part of your physical body. And then for those of you familiar with the subtle body, the energetic body, it's also not really the anahata, which you might, if you know about this, consider to be sort of the powerhouse of the subtle body, of the energetic body. It's sort of thought of as like the bridge between body and spirit, this center chakra in the center of the heart. But we're actually going to access a different part of the heart, if you will, known as the guha, or the cave of the heart, or also known as hridaya. So this is the space. It's the space of the heart, or the heart of space. So you can think about your physical heart being on the left side of your chest a little bit, anahata, the energetic heart, being in the center, and hridaya, this heart of space, is more said to be located towards the right side of anahata, just slightly. So this is hridaya, and the practice of Tonglen comes from this place. And this is really important, because then we're not taking on into our physical body or our energetic body this suffering. We're not actually, breathing it in and taking it on ourselves. We're breathing it into this more place of spaciousness. So before we begin, I'd love to just read these words that I found about hridaya, so that you can get a better sense of where we're practicing from, or what we're trying to tap into here in this practice. So you might just close your eyes and come into a receptive listening as I read these next few words. Taking a deep breath. And just as there is a cosmic center from which the whole universe arises and has its being and functions with a power emanating therefrom, so also there is a center within the frame of the physical body wherein we have our being. This center in the human body is in no way different than the cosmic center. It is this center in us that is called the Hridaya, the seat of pure consciousness, realized as existence, knowledge, and bliss. This is what we call the seat of God within us. It is this Hridaya that is said to be different from the physical heart, regulating the blood circulation. The Hridaya has its being on the right side and is not commonly known or felt. The primary thought arising in us as I, when traced back to its source, and somewhere in us and this place, where all thoughts die, where the ego has vanished, is the Hridaya. From this center is felt and enjoyed the pure consciousness. It is Hridaya that is said to be different from the physical heart, regulating blood circulation. The primary thought in us arising as I, when traced back to its source, and somewhere in us and this place. From this center is felt and enjoyed the pure consciousness, the space of the heart, as vast as the universe itself. And these words were translated from a devotee of the Bhagavan. So beginning to drop into a comfortable seated position, relaxing through the jaw, the tissues of the face, and beginning to feel the sense of your breath that's already happening, the body already breathing itself. And it's said that mindfulness transforms life's inevitable pain into wisdom and compassion. But what meditation can really connect us to is this knowing, this home in the center of the chest. Connects us to an intelligence much different than we can find in the head, in the cerebrum. And as we connect to this intelligence, we can begin to live life from this different lens, the lens of the heart. And we can begin to awaken a compassion and awareness that resides in the heart. And that gentle switch from head to heart can give such a release. When we begin to connect the mind and the heart, the mind gets wiser and wiser. And the more we connect to this sensing of the heart space. So as you breathe, imagine, like a vacuum, the thoughts begin to get swallowed up by the heart. And there's this dropping in to the heart of space. Dropping into the heart of space. And as one of my teachers, Tiffany, says, the fragrance of the mind, it just doesn't compare. Once we've had that fragrance of the heart, the alchemy of compassion is that willingness to be touched by suffering. To willingly feel what's fully here and welcoming that into the heart of space. And we offer our compassion and our love, our care from the heart space. So we're not taking anything on. We're not bringing it into our own body, our own heart space, our own physical heart, or our own energetic body. But into this vastness of space that resides here. So beginning with the breath, the sense of breathing in. And in the practice on Tonglen, we begin with the breath. We begin with someone we love, so bringing into awareness someone that you love. And then just breathing in to the heart space, any sense of darkness, the grit, the earthy stuff, any hurt that might be there, this sort of texture of the pain and the suffering that's here. Just breathing that in on the inhalation into the heart space. And on the out breath, sensing warmth and spaciousness, openness, compassion, love. So on the exhale, just relaxing out into more openness, dissolving into that space. Sending compassion out in all directions. And allowing the breath to move from the center, from the guha, the cave of the heart, the hridaya. And as you breathe in suffering, it's taken in by the heart of space, hridaya, the boundless and infinite nature of the heart of space. And the hridaya is alchemizing, transmuting the suffering into love, compassion. So you yourself are not taking on this suffering. The hridaya is infinite. It will take it all. Keep breathing. And if there's any sense that you're taking on the suffering in the mind or in the body, allow the mind to be swallowed up by the heart. Allow all of your awareness to be here in the space of the heart. If it's helpful as the body breathes, you might, on the inhale, imagine the physical eyes rolling back towards the mind. And then energetically feel the contents of the mind drawing down the back of the head. On the exhale, imagine the contents of the mind settle down into the heart space, enveloped by the heart. Continuing to breathe in the darkness, the hurt, the suffering that your loved one may have been through in this lifetime. Breathing it into Hridaya, allowing it to be transmuted. Relaxing, open on the exhale, sending out compassion, love, healing. As you're thinking of your loved one, you might feel that sense of love in the heart. The appreciation that's here for the love that flows between you. You might mentally whisper the words, "Thank you." You might visualize this person's smiling face looking back at you. Liberated, free from suffering, happy, healthy, and free. You might mentally whisper the words, "Thank you." And then moving awareness to a being in which your relationship might be a little bit complicated. Not something supercharged, but there's perhaps a little bit of stickiness. Perhaps there's misunderstandings, or there's been words said in the past that hurt. Bringing this person into your mind's eye. Again, not choosing something that feels triggering or supercharged, just something that feels right for you today. Someone. And then breathing into the heart of space, this person's suffering. The ways in which they've suffered in this life. Breathing in a sense of the darkness or the suffering. And the exhale, relaxing, open. Sensing that person floating in the space of the heart. On the out-breath, offering the essence of whatever's needed for this person. Breathing out care, compassion. Breathing in the way this person may have felt hurt or betrayed in this life, scared or alone. Exhaling out whatever's needed here healing, support, care. A few more breaths like this. Being sure to connect with the heart of space, so you're not taking on any of this person's emotional world into your body, into your energy. But you're offering that compassion on the exhale. May this being be so free. 3 more breaths. And then bringing awareness to your own self, to the life that's right here. And again, without going into anything too supercharged, allow yourself to breathe now into the space, the heart of space, any place where you've been feeling stuck or contracted, reactive. Any ways in which you may have felt hurt. Breathing in what's been painful or difficult. Anything that feels perhaps unacceptable. The ways in which you've suffered. Breathing it into the heart space, any of the ways in which you've made yourself bad or wrong. On the exhale, allowing that compassion from the heart of space to radiate from your center through the body. On the inhale, breathing in that sense of suffering that may have occurred. On the exhale, sensing that space within and around the stories. Breathing into the depth of where the vulnerability is within you. On the out-breath, just sensing the space that's filled with tenderness, kindness, love, compassion. May I be so free. 3 more breaths like this. And for this next few moments, choosing whatever feels right for you, either all beings on this earth, or the earth itself, perhaps both together in your awareness. You're thinking of the earth, bringing into awareness our collective mother, feeling the suffering, devastation. As you breathe in, breathing it into that heart of space. So again, not feeling or taking it on in your own body, but breathing it into that infinite space. Breathing in the pollution, the toxicity. You might imagine it like a dark smoke, allowing the Hridaya to take it all in, alchemizing it, transmuting the energy. On the exhale, breathing out clean energy, clean, nourishing air, beautiful white light, or soothing, cool mist. Or sensing perhaps the shared suffering of all of the beings on this planet. Breathing that into the infinite space of the heart. Sensing globally the suffering, breathing it in, collective suffering. Breathing out, moving in all directions, compassion. Feel it expanding. Breathing in suffering. Breathing out compassion. May this earth, may our mother be so free. May we come together as a human race and heal this great planet. May all beings be free. 3 more breaths. And for the next few moments, just resting as loving awareness, letting go of the breath and letting whatever arises to be touched with care, with compassion. Allowing yourself to just rest here as a loving presence. And taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and 2 more like that, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last time. open when you feel ready. And you might just take your hands to the heart here. Notice how you feel. Allowing yourself to bask in any of the compassion or the loving presence that you've cultivated here. Allowing yourself to still be resting in the space of the heart and the awareness of the heart. And just for a moment contemplate what it would be like, what it would feel like to move from the heart, to speak from the heart, to walk from the heart, to act from the heart, to move through your days from the heart. So the more we connect to this place, the more it naturally begins to arise, and in our awareness we move more from this place within the center of the chest. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know how you feel, or let me know how that practice was for you. If you have any questions. And know that if you're watching this video at the time of my posting it, then we're beginning my next online meditation challenge next week. So every so often online I host a 10-day meditation challenge, and I have 10 all new videos that will be coming out, and you can click the link below if you'd like to sign up. But we're going to be exploring all sorts of different skills of meditation and topics that I think will be really interesting and fun to move through together. We have over 200 people in the group now. And we'll be exploring things like equanimity and concentration and all these different skills that we cultivate in a meditation practice. We'll be looking at gratitude, surrender, all sorts of topics that I think I'm a bit of a meditation geek, so I think they're really juicy and exciting and interesting. And hopefully you will too, even if perhaps you're a beginner meditator or you're have a long-term practice. And I think the challenge is good for anyone who wants to just connect to a community who meditates, or who is learning about meditation together in Sangha. And then anyone that wants to cultivate this practice to help them with any aspect of their life. So the benefits of meditation are just so widespread throughout all of life's different challenges and things that come up. It's such an incredibly life-changing and useful tool. So come on over and join us if you'd like to, and if you'd like more videos like this one, just leave me a little comment below. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. The light of me honors the light within you.